Hey, this is Nick from Prestman Auto doing a video walkthrough of our 2026 F-350 Platinum. So I'm going to walk all the way around, we'll check out underneath, we'll check out a little bit in the interior, and then finally we'll pop the hood and look at the engine bay. So first impressions are really good. Normally you'd expect to see some rock chipping up here just because that's where it tends to be, but I'm not seeing anything. So starting off strong. The other thing that's good is obviously it needs a bath, so we can thank the rain for that. But this particular color, it shows that it hides dirt really well, which is actually nice. This is pretty dirty, about as dirty as one can get, and it still looks nice. So anyway, let's keep rolling. The tires on here are in fantastic condition, which I'm not super surprised because of the lower miles, but you know, let's still get a double check. You have the automatic running boards on here, so that's pretty cool. You just pop them out with the key fob there. One thing that's actually really nice about the Platinum specifically, because I know it's a really friggin' nice truck to be doing like work on the farm or whatever you're doing. I don't know what you're using it for, but whatever you're doing with it. A, you got all the stuff hooked up for it, so you're pretty much ready to roll on there. But B, the tailgate is really friggin' nice. Like, they do have the automatic tailgates on these, so you can pull it up and down just with the button here. So that raises up on its own, and then it goes back down. So anyway, I'm not doing a good job of showing it off, but with all the same, it's super nice. We love it. Very helpful. There you go. Anyway, I digress. I'll keep moving on. I just like the features, so I'm a little bit of a sucker for it. Oops, let's unlock it there. So back seats, great condition. I'm not seeing any rips, any dents, any tears, any stains. They're also heated in the back here, so that's pretty nice if you're ever toting around the little ones. But yeah, as far as the exterior goes, really no complaints. Very nice. So let's check out underneath real quick. All right. So this one's pretty spanking new, so I'm not really expecting to find too much, but it is a good idea to at least double check on a couple things, you know? So nothing super wild. Focus in, there we go. Sweet. So if I missed whatever it was you were wanting to see under here, let me know. I'm more than happy to come at you live from the cold dark ground again, but for now, let's keep moving. All right. Fire this baby up. All right, so first things first, obviously you don't really have any warning lights. I'm not wearing my seatbelt, so other than that, you are good to go on there. But let's double check a couple things here. Perfect. Sweet. Well, as far as interior features go, you have a lot of them. So I'm going to go a little bit fast just for the sake of time. But starting off, you're going to have your adaptive cruise control as well as your lane keep assist, which is kind of fun. It'll kind of just drive itself. You have seat presets, one for you, one for the wife, and a third just for good measure. And then obviously you have the extenders for the side mirrors. You got blind spot monitors up in there as well. Windows roll down, you know, all the basic stuff. You're gonna have cooled seats, and a heated steering wheel. Definitely opting for cooled seats this time of year. You're gonna have your trailering, your towing, as well as your four-wheel drive down here. And then your infotainment system up here is going to be where most of your other fun stuff is. There's a couple other things I'll show you here in a sec, but if there's anything that's missing, you can download it. You have the Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, you connect your phone, and on and on and on. So there's no shortage of fun things to play with. No, we're not gonna do that right now. But yeah, pretty freaking sweet. Anyway, I can show you quite a few things up here, but for the sake of time, I'm gonna move on. So if there's something that you want me to double check on, let me know though, because we're just scratching the surface right now. Anyway, up top you're gonna have a big old sunroof, which is actually freaking huge, goes all the way back. So anyway, that's awesome. You're going to have your wireless phone charger down here, which is really, really cool. I'm a big fan. So, interior condition up front is the same as the back. Very, very good condition. No scrapes or scratches or anything weird. And then you got a bunch of space down there and on and on. So for the sake of time, we'll call that there. We can go over features all day, but we're just gonna keep moving. Let's pop the hood in the engine bay. We'll check that out real quick, and then that should be good for this video. All right, so while we're out here, here's a really, really quick look around at least a little bit of our lot. What you can see here is maybe, I don't know, like 30% of our cars. So we go down past this building quite a ways. We got another building over there. We actually sell more cars here than any independent dealer in the state. We've been around for 35 years now, which is awesome. And we're the #1 rebuilt title dealer in the nation, which you don't have to know that, right? Like, that's not like super important, but I feel like it is nice to know a little bit about who you're working with, especially from out of state. Anyway, so I don't know how mechanically inclined you are or aren't, but I'm glad you asked to look under here because I actually make it a point to include it in all of my videos. Basically what I advise people is, even if you know nothing about cars, you should always at least take a peek, because even if you don't know what's under here, you at least know what neglect looks like, right? Acid buildup around the batteries, rust on all your metal pieces, if there's like cobwebs and junk on it, you know, if it looks neglected, it probably was. It's not that hard to tell. So if you are more mechanically inclined, we can go into a little bit more detail and I can answer any more specific questions you have. But you're a very wise man to ask to see. As far as neglect in the engine bay, there's nothing here. It looks fantastic. It looks really, really good. So again, with the 26, I'm not super surprised, but you know, trust but verify and all that. Anyway, if there's anything that I missed or there's something that you wanted to see, just let me know. I'm happy to show you anything on here. But for now, this is your new Ford.